West, y'all.
Okay, anyway, yeah, we'll get back into our episode. So we're going to talk about the Acolyte finale. Episode 8 dropped last week, and that concludes the whole Acolyte season 1. I actually was thinking if there was going to be a cliffhanger, because there was a cliffhanger at the end of season 1. The story didn't fully complete itself because, you know, we are left with more questions. To be answered. So
yes.
But I don't know, man, because the way Star Wars is going right now in terms of box office, I mean, they're slowed down on producing movies. They're going hard on their Disney Plus platform, producing all these TV shows. They did make a season 2 they made up to season 3 of Mandalorian, and that did well. Are they going to do a season 2 of? Because there's some mixed reactions here going on, But we'll talk about that soon. But man, the finale for Acolyte, is that all that was cracked up to be? Did the last episode for you, Eric, did it like save anything that you had doubts about this whole season?
I found it surprisingly good. Like, I found that last episode really, really good. I mean, it wasn't like the ultimate episode, like episode 5, the night. Yeah, no, it was surprisingly pretty good. Just there's some scenes in there that I was trying to process and see what was going on. But yeah, the action was way off. It was on point again. So like the saber fights in that, the martial arts, man, they're really, really good in this show. Throughout the whole show too. From all the way through, it's really, really good. That's probably the only thing that stands out for me in this show. Like I think I said that last time too.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. And just the saber fight sequences. I mean, if you think about it, this TV program had a lot of kung fu. We talked about this before. Had a lot of kung fu in it. We've never seen before in Star Wars, probably, and had some Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon type stuff with lightsabers. We never seen that before either. Like, if you were to tell me that we're gonna see something like Crouching Tigers with lightsabers, I would have went, what? Shit, I want to watch this one. I want to watch this one. And it was great to see that again. We saw Soul and the Stranger going at it.
Yeah.
Again, and it was. What's funny though? The first time I saw it, Soul versus the Stranger, I was like, man, this is awesome. The funny thing happened? I watched it the second time, and it didn't hit that well. It didn't really hit that. It didn't hit that well this first time I watched that saber for some reason. And then I thought, I wonder why.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
what do you think of it?
It was weird. I mean, I think the big differences was Chimera, his style of fighting is really aggressive. We talked about this before. His aggressive fighting style. They had a lot of when they touch lightsabers and try to struggle. There's a lot of that happening.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot more of that than in the usual saber fight. When you look at other saber fights, like with any, in the past, like movies and other TV shows, there is a lot of that struggling between the two characters. I've just noticed when you just mentioned it.
Yeah, so they're pretty much equal, Soul and Chimera.
No,
they're pretty much equal. Do you think?
I believe that Soul is a lot better.
Soul's a lot better. Yeah.
He really amped up his level in that last fight against Chimera. He really went for gold.
Because do you think that he sort of brought some of the dark side into him? That anger?
Yeah, I think
he was angry.
Yeah,
because he said, "I will destroy you." Like, he was saying stuff that the Jedi don't say. Like, he told Chimera, "I will destroy you," or "We will destroy you," or he put his emotionals into it, his emotion. So it was a pretty. I love the saber fight. I always put the Phantom Menace saber fight up at the top all the time with Darth Maul against Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Because
that's one of the best fights out there.
Because of the acrobatics and the kung fu style, like it's awesome. It
was like ballet with a sword almost.
Yeah, that's right.
How they just turned around, especially with Obi-Wan.
Yeah, that's right. And it's similar to when Jackie was fighting Chimera.
Yes. Yeah.
Like when she went hard, Like that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff.
Way better than Yord. Yord didn't even get a chance to strike,
No,
he didn't.
No, he didn't. But I think with what we see with Soul and the Kaime fight at the end there, like a lot of the force has been used during the fight. Like that scene when Kaime throws his lightsabers at Soul and misses him.
Yeah.
Then when it's coming back like a boomerang, he uses the force to bring it back, and then it's like a boomerang action when he's going to come and slice Soul behind him. But Soul uses his force to just blow everything up there.
Yeah, to repel the blades. I mean,
that's
the
right.
lightsaber.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, I think you're right. Soul just sort of a little bit overcame Kaima's attacks there.
Yeah, he was really gunning for it. He wanted to get rid of that guy.
And then there was that last bit where it was sort of like, I don't know if you've seen the Clone Wars episode where Obi-Wan kills Darth Maul.
Yep. Yes.
It's sort of like that action happened there.
Yeah, I actually thought he got him. I actually thought that he cut the lightsaber and Kumail, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Just
just like how Darth Maul died there.
Yeah.
But no, it's just the lightsaber. And that was the cool thing. I think the thing that really there's a lot of flaws to this whole series, right? For me, anyway. There's a lot of flaws to it, but there's also a lot of good stuff that's happened. And I loved it how they brought in a lot of the Star Wars lore into the series on screen, on live action.
Yes.
All the stuff that's in the comic books, like the bleeding of the kyber crystals to turn it into a red saber, because that's the whole thing with Anakin in the comic books. At the end of what's the Revenge of the Sith, when Anakin turns into Darth Vader, he has a lightsaber, but because what happens, every lightsaber has a kyber has a kyber crystal in it, and the kyber crystals are the same crystals that power the
Yes, yeah, that's right. Because yeah. So, if you remember, what was the name of that movie?
That was
Andor, and the one before that, was it Rogue One? No,
Rogue One.
Rogue One, yeah, that's the one. That's my favorite.
Yeah, so we get to see we get to see Usha bleed a kyber crystal. So how that happens is that if you have the dark side in you, if you can channel all your dark emotions, your hates, your revenge, your desire, and all that kind of stuff you channel that through the kyber crystal, and it turns red. So that's what you call bleeding the kyber crystal, and that's how Anakin made his red lightsaber. These are how the red lightsabers are formed.
Yeah. Wow, with Anakin's transformation there, how his hate just took over him, and his eyes just went flipping yellow. Yeah, how he was burning up in the fire.
Yeah,
and everything of him changed.
Yeah,
started looking like a demon.
And that's all that makes sense, because we never see Kaima with his yellow eyes, because maybe he's not a Sith yet, eh?
Yeah, probably hasn't been to his full extent.
But he has killed. He has killed Jedi though.
Yeah, that was the same with Kylo Ren, right? But he was in the same ballpark as. But yeah, no, they had that. What else did they have from the Star Wars lore? Oh, the medal.
Yeah, the cortosis.
Yep, that was cool.
Yeah,
that was the first for me. I never heard of it before.
They also had a cameo scene with looks like Darth Plagueis hiding in the hiding.
Oh man! So our suspicions were almost like half right.
You know, when you saw that, what were your first thoughts?
I was like, "Wow, are we gonna be seeing a younger Palpatine in coming seasons, or if they get a chance to explore that story more, you can see a younger version of Palpatine, and before he gets, the infiltration of the Senate in Coruscant, and how they manipulate that into their favor."
You know what I thought about it? When I saw him, I was like, oh, fucking hell, man. Because did they know that the season sucked? That they have to throw Plagueis in to make us want to see what's going to happen in the second season?
You reckon they just added him in there?
I mean, didn't do anything. He just looked. I mean, that just showed someone his hands come through the when Kaima and Usha took off in the ship. They show him like his point of view, just looking through the cave, see his hands, and the camera goes to his face, and you see him looks like Plagueis the Wise from the artwork and that. But it's like, why would you want to do that when you haven't even showed him at all?
Yeah, that was it. If they were gonna show a character like Plagueis, they should have given him like more time on screen, probably earlier on,
or speaking role or something. Because to me, that felt like you just put that in there to make us want to once season 2, or make us, it seemed like one of those tricks to get us enticed.
Shit, it worked. It worked on me, bro.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I think it worked on me because I thought, okay, now because it all makes sense. He is alive during this time, but where is he? Where
timeline?
But where is he? We finally see him, but he doesn't do anything. We just reveal him, but nothing said. So, I think me thinking that this is a way for Disney to make us anticipate another season. That was that device. That was the reason for that scene.
Yeah, I really wish they pushed him earlier. Probably like in the early episodes. I don't know, but the scene with him took it to Quagmire, and then Quagmire took it to shit, I forgot her name now. Not Ocean. May. Yeah.
Ocean May. Yep.
Yeah, Quagmire is speaking to. Yeah, I don't know. Pop him in the scene somewhere there early on. Yeah, the thing too, I reckon, is they should have made more episodes. Maybe if they stretched it out a bit more.
Or maybe they did something without showing Plagueis. Or maybe they show a red lightsaber light up instead.
Even the hand thing, I think the hand would have been enough.
You reckon? Yeah. Or I reckon the hand thing and a lightsaber. A red lightsaber.
True.
Like, it will make people think, man, is that Plagueis? Oh, who's that? Like,
But now they have to do the whole show Plagueis and all its
but then
mystery.
you have to think, why would he light his lightsaber when there's no danger?
Yeah, the other thing I'm thinking is like, man, you've been in that cave all that time. Where the fuck have you been hiding, bro?
Yeah, something too. A similar scene was at the end when they revealed Yoda. And that was something that I said, like, well,
I was expecting that.
Well, where is Yoda? Because he's still alive. He's definitely alive this time. Where is he? And they're not going to the High Council or whatever. As high as we go is with Master Vanistra. And when she walks through the doors and she says, Master, I got something to talk to you about. And then, Master, it must be Yoda. And next minute you see the ears pop up. And there you go.
Yeah, there's some other interesting parts in the episode. The Jedi mind trick of forgetfulness, the Jedi mind swipe trick, or Sith, I don't know. There was another new one.
Yeah, well, what was your thoughts on that? Because I thought, man, how too easy is that?
Yeah.
Like, you come up with a solution to end that scene. Next minute, Kaimir knows how to erase memories. Oh, okay. That's really convenient.
Yeah, I know. And what was the use of it, though? Wiping her memories and leaving her with the Jedi. Why didn't they just take her? Or is the rule of 2 that strict? You can't take members of your family with you or you train.
But then my question is, does Kaima know about the rule of 2? Because he doesn't even say it. He says power of 2. He doesn't say a rule of 2.
True.
So, does he know about the rule of 2? Does he know that he has to kill Darth Plagueis?
Man, he was struggling trying to kill Saul. I didn't even think you could manage to kill him.
Yeah, man.
But
I just thought, writing-wise, that was just too easy. That was too easy. And so that's as easy as on The Dark Knight when Batman finds the Joker through his cell phone.
He's still pissed off about that. He
tracks the cell phone like
the greatest detective in the world.
The greatest detective in the world, and he uses cell phone like it's like fuck technology. Like too easy to find them. It's like, hey, well that's a way to speed up the plot. Speed up the plot to get to the main action, and that's what that all of a sudden there's a Sith memory erase power that came in those that because I was expecting them to battle those Jedi Knights.
Yep. Yes, yeah, I was too. But because I was going, oh no, a whole bunch of Jedi that are gonna die. And then when I first saw them come off the plane, hey, this is reminiscent of the first of the episode night.
Exactly, man. It would have been cool to see a saber fight happen between them, but we didn't. What were some of the things that you thought didn't work well with this last episode? Like in terms of tying up the whole story, tying up the series.
With me and Ursula, where that wipe the mind swipe forgetfulness, that was weird. And then she gets picked up by the Jedis, and now Master, I forgot the lady's name again. The green Vernistra, yeah. And now May's with Vernistra. They're planning to use her to get Ursula back. That's another weird plot. the other part was during the her Vanessa's explanation of what happened in with the mission, and she's relaying that to the council. And again, she's still lying. She still lies about it because she now knows that her ex pupil was part of the problem as well too, but she never relays it. She does. I don't think she even told Soul. She even got a chance to tell Soul who that was. The other interesting thing is, just off going off topic, but I noticed that Quimera has also got the same powers as the witches. In the beginning of the episode, or the last episode, he was trying to take the helmet off.
Yeah.
Of Ocean. His eyes turned black, just like the witches. And I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around. Because didn't Padawan Tobin eyes turn black when the witches did their thing on them?
Yeah.
It was a Jedi mind trick. It's a Jedi mind trick, but you see what goes on in their heads. That's what that action was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He was trying to take the helmet off, but in another reality, he's still holding it on her head, I think. And I thought, I just thought that, with the connection with him and the witches, it's not. Don't really see anything really there. It's just a bad guy on revenge with his master.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that on this Acolyte, right? Your students coming after revenge on their masters.
Yeah, it's a similar thing happens in the whole Star Wars storylines, eh?
Yeah, and it's always a Jedi.
The relationship between the master and the apprentice, or the master and the Padawan.
Yeah.
And the succession plan and the trainings and all that. It was kind of interesting when similar language was spoken, especially with when Kaima was telling, when May intervened with the fight between Soul and Kaima.
Yeah.
And took Soul's lightsaber and threw it away.
Yeah.
And Kaima was looking at May saying, complete your training. Strike him down. And your training will be complete. Like, that's a language that you hear from Palpatine. That's what Palpatine says, actually, in the original Star Wars, right?
Strike you down with all your hate, and your mission to the dark side will be complete.
Yeah. So yeah, that language is probably because they were trained by, let's assume the Kaima was trained by Darth Plagueis. Darth Plagueis also trains Palpatine.
Yes.
But they probably got that saying from Darth Plagueis, right? Because they're the same teacher, so the same language occurs and that kind of stuff. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
When Osha comes and force chokes Soul to death, that's the power Anakin has, right? And with Kaima teaching May, when Kaima sent May to kill the Jedi and Dara and the Wookiee and Torben, remember what he says to him? You got to kill them with no weapon.
Yeah.
You got to kill them with your force choke. That's not using the weapon. That's using the force. Kill them using the force. Osha actually does that. Osha kills Soul without using the weapon, but using the force. Force chokes him. The only other person that can force choke people is Anakin. They got the same powers. So when we talk about the divergence, how the force power that creates life out of nothing, Anakin is created like that, similar to Osha and May.
Yeah.
So because of that creation, are they gifted that same force choke power?
Yeah, the same power levels there.
Because when the Jedi tested Osha when she was a kid, they said the midichlorian levels were off the charts, right? Same as Anakin. So to me, there's clues there. To me, it's saying that if you're birthed by avergence, the power of avergence, if you're birthed by not normal mom and dad, but you're birthed out of thin air, out of nothing, like Anakin was, you got the similar midichlorians levels off the charts, and you got the similar powers, right?
Yeah, that's what Soul was suspicious of, right from the start. But how did he know? And man, he, like you said, he was creepy with how he really wanted to get involved with the twins. They were real super creepy, and it was weird. Yeah. I couldn't get that part either. I was like, That's one of the plots. I was like, what? Where's this going?
You know what? I think for me, like the whole series, it has its ups and downs. It was like, for me, it was like a roller coaster ride. There's lots of good bits in it, and lots of scratch my head moments. There are lots of, and to me, that comes down to like how the show was written, what we expected, and what we didn't want in the series. And I think we got each of that, and we got bits of each of those things, right?
Yeah.
Because I think what the major flaw for the series was the structure of it. I don't know if we needed to see those flashbacks the way we saw it, like different perspectives. The first flashback was in the perspective of the twins. The second flashback was in this perspective of the Jedi. Now, I don't know if that worked well. I don't know if it didn't work well for me because the perspectives weren't that a big a deal to me. You know, it wasn't a big a deal. Like, okay, I get it. Like so, he sees like in the first flashback, right? We see Mother and Asaya teach her daughters, twin daughters about the Force. Like they're doing some Force exercises, right? And you know, as with any exercise, you're gonna get thrown around, and the mother uses the Force, and the two twins. You remember that scene? The two twins get pushed back by the Force, and they fall to the ground. That's the same moment that Soul, that's hiding up the top, sees. Well, that's what he sees. He comes in that time when he sees. He doesn't see the context at all. All he sees is the kids fall on the ground from the Force, and he thinks, "Damn, they're getting abused."
Yeah,
you know? But he never saw the first stuff. Like they were just having some training, some teaching stuff, you know. So in his mind, he's going, "We got to save these kids because they're in trouble. They're getting abused and all that sort of things." Yeah, I don't know if that worked for me, that part of the plot, and I don't know.
It was too. It was kind of weird. It was like too sudden. Like he already has an assumption of these people, where he should have given more time. Like, looked into it more.
I think that was the whole point of it. Like he's a Jedi. He's a Jedi that came to look for or study a power called divergence on this planet. They discover occult Force users of witches, and they fucked up the whole integration with them. They fucked it all up because they end up killing the leader and killing all the witches, and then they cover it up. You know? And that's not a Jedi thing to do, but it's like a human thing to do. Like you fuck up things, right? So, okay, I get it. Yeah, cool. I just didn't think that it worked. The story. Yeah. I mean, I love that. I love that concept. A group of Jedi, because I love the concept of the Jedi are like the police force of the galaxy, right? Because they're like cops. They go around looking for Force users as kids. They take them from their families, train them up to be Jedis, because it is a religion. And yeah, they're exactly that. They're like the police force of the galaxy at that time. So you know,
and the police force, there are some corrupt ones.
Well, you do the bad cop stuff and you cover up. Like you do those, you shot a bystander by accident, and then you put the gun in their hand. You know, you put those cops. They put the second gun they've got on their on their ankle.
Yep.
They take it out and put it in the hand of the innocent bystander. They shot by accident. There's bad cop stuff there. But it's funny, because just like a bad cop, they kill the black mother. She's black, and they cover it up just like cops do, man. You know?
Yeah. And the only one that knows the truth, they thought she was dead. But yeah, she survived and she saw everything. But it gets worse with all the lies on top of lies on top of lies, and they just end up feeling more guilty. And obviously.
Well, I don't know what's worse: the cover up Soul and those guys did, and Dara, or the cover up Vanisha did. Because she just covered up the fact that her, like you said, the fact that her ex Padawan is now a Sith.
Yeah, but did you see Quinlan's reaction to her coming out of the ship? Like he sensed her straight away, and she like, it's you.
You put the helmet on straight away.
Yeah, he was like, what? Oh, he's still alive. And Quinlan was like, oh my gosh, she's here.
Put the helmet back on so she can't sense him.
Yeah, take off. Fuck, that's scared. She must be a badass.
Yeah, man. So I probably didn't like. Yeah, I think this was a missed opportunity. I think the concept was great. I think the execution wasn't that great. Like I could have done without the witches in the end. You know?
Yeah, that last. But you know, from the point of view of the Jedi's with their time bracket, they should have been a half an episode. Just like the episode 3, they should have been a half episode as well.
Yeah, well, it sort of changed from a detective mystery story to something else. Because remember, the first 2 episodes was all about May killing these Jedi, and it's about the Jedi investigating that. That storyline should have sort of ended at in the episode called The Night.
Yeah.
Or the night episode when the Jedi got killed by and then we go into like a conflict of interest between and the rest of the Jedi.
No, give me a second. Yeah.
So do you think it's gonna be second season?
I'm hoping there will be, and I'm hoping they'll have better writers this time around. Because I mean, there's nothing wrong with the action.
Mm.
I think apart from that, I think everything else is good. Even the sets in that, they're really good, as they always are. But the story and just even with the little animal thing, I was like, what the hell? Like how he corrupts Soul's ship, and it's like, oh, okay, does he know that Soul's turning to the dark side, or is there something that he knows? And then I know I was going back to our conversation earlier, like maybe Cameron is right there. He is going to change to the dark side, but we never saw that happen because obviously he got force choked by Ocean of all people. And our suspicions of if Ocean was going to go to the dark side was, it kind of played out like how we saw it, and it's just a strange series altogether. It started as a detective story, like you said, and then it just ended it on the night, episode 5, and then there was a totally different story altogether. It was more, I think, after that, it was more on Master Soul and Venetia and their cover-ups, pretty much, and what they were hiding. And that whole thing with him trying to explain it to May and Ursula, how you just wanted to spit it out what he was doing. Fuck, they dragged that for far too long. It was like dragging it out throughout the episodes. And when you do finally find out, as suspected, they did kill the witches. It wasn't even that bad. I mean, it was bad to the characters, but it was just like, it stressed it so much that it just overstressed it. But when the time it was revealed, it was just like, oh, okay, next scene. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Even cramming all the new information into the last episode, like it makes you want to see the next season. And man, before this episode came out, when I came home on Wednesday, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about what we're going to expect. Are we going to suspect the cliffhanger? And we're going to expect some things unresolved, so it can be resolved if we have a second season? Because it looked like to me, after the last episode, before the final flashback, when Osha puts the helmet on her head and starts breathing, like at the end of that episode, I thought, man, this must be heaps more story to tell because I don't see an end. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they can't, unless they do an hour episode. How are they gonna fit? It feels like there's gonna be lots of things you need to fit in for the last episode, because the episode of that was a flashback episode, so we're not gonna get anything to resolve what happens in the main plot. So I was kind of not surprised when we got left with more questions and things unresolved, that there might be a second season to carry on the story. And we're probably going to see the training of Osha, and we're going to probably see Vanessa's mission to try find Kaima. Now, what she tells Yoda is interesting, because we still don't want to. Still, if you look at Phantom Menace, Yoda doesn't even know about this stuff. So, whatever Vanessa tells Yoda, it's not going to be. It's going to be a lie still, because But listen, are you trying to tell me that Yoda's not powerful enough to see the lies?
Or you probably hate me for saying this, or he gets Jedi, the memory wipe. Yoda got the memory wipe, but it's just highly, I don't think that.
Oh, so you mean Vanessa tells Yoda, and then Yoda sort of hides it too?
Somehow Yoda gets the memory wipe, but I don't think it's from Vanessa. It might be from some a higher, someone with better training. Shit, it might even be Darth Plagueis. Who knows? To hide the cover up.
And that's what I mean, man. Because now I've got new questions now. I'm finding new things that are more interesting to me now than the rest of the series, because it all happens in the last episode.
Yeah.
When they reveal what looks like Darth Plagueis, that is fucking interesting.
Yeah.
Where is that going? When they reveal Yoda, okay, that's interesting too. Where's that going? The other thing that's really interesting to me was the whole politics back in Coruscant with that senator.
Yeah, Rancor.
So that senator, and this senator comes in the last episode, right? Oh no, he gets mentioned in episode 6. but it's only Venetia mentioning him. And
This
she's
other-
on a phone call. She's on the call
Yeah.
to one of the senators, and they're talking about one of the senators are like suspicious of the Jedi, saying that the Jedi needs to be more transparent in their actions because they
what
can't.
they're doing.
What they're doing and stuff, And so the reason why is because of this. Because now with this little talk about there's like a rogue Jedi out there doing some mischief. That's what Vanessa's trying to hide from the Senate. She wants to do it herself. She wants to control. She wants to solve the problem herself and not get any more bad press to the Senate. Because there is a senator there that's interested in knowing what the Jedi are doing. He wants the Jedi to be more transparent in their dealings and what they do, because it's kind of like they're like a power onto themselves, and people need to know, or we need to know what you guys are up to. It's like we can't have a police force that's going on their own and doing their own shit.
I like that part. I like that part of it. The episode, I really did. And I thought when I saw that, I thought they should have shown more of Rancor in the early episodes. Like, I don't know, they didn't need to show him a lot, but probably another 2 or 3 more episodes before we got to that point. Because that part of the Star Wars thing was really cool. It kind of reminded me of Game of Thrones almost. So I was just like, man, that's interesting.
But you also have to remember, this is the beginning of the downfall of the Jedi. Like from these events in the Acolyte lead up to Order 66, and we're gonna probably see the background and how Palpatine gets started, right? And his connection with the Force, and his connection with the dark side, and his connection with the Virgins, which leads to Anakin, and all that kind of stuff. These are all just questions, but the pieces of the puzzle are getting laid out in front of us, right? And we can put 2 and 2 together, and come out with what we think is going to happen. But the whole politics thing, to me, just like you said on Game of Thrones, this is what makes Game of Thrones interesting. The politics around the warfare, and even House of Dragon, politics is really interesting because it mimics real life. Politics in Star Wars come into Star Wars with what the Senate's involved with, the relationship between the Senate and the Jedi.
Yes,
that's extremely interesting to me. And I want to see more of that. You probably wouldn't have seen that in Andor because there's a lot of political stuff happening in Andor, but without the Jedi, because the Jedi are not around at that time. It's the building up the Rebel Alliance. So
there's not so much of a council. I think the Rebel Alliance were trying to build somewhat of a council during that time, during that period, but they didn't really have anything defined yet until after those events. But the political stuff in Star Wars, man, especially that little scene, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And how Vanessa was discussing with the council about the going-ons of her students and that. But it's funny how Soul and them had their own little, like, let's not tell Vanessa everything. And then Vanessa's got her own little thing. And apparently those 2 lies end up becoming a bigger lie. So it's like, holy shit. It's compounding to something much more larger.
Yeah, man. So out of 5, man. So what do you give the whole series out of 5? Where do you rank the series compared to Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka?
I find this at the bottom of the barrel.
Really?
Yeah.
So you think Boba Fett's better than this?
Yes, what? I reckon Boba Fett's better than this, bro. I reckon
wait. Why do you like Boba Fett? Because Boba Fett to me, this is my worst.
I don't like Boba Fett. The only reason why I like Boba Fett is because the Mandalorian's in there. But man, I don't know. Boba Fett's, to me, it's a better story than the Acolyte. I mean, there's more cool stuff in the Acolyte, but I don't know. I found Boba Fett more. To me, for me, it was more than the Acolyte.
Okay, fair enough.
For me.
Okay.
But I reckon I give the Acolyte probably a 2. Probably 1.92, somewhere around there. Out of 5.
So where do you rank it?
The Acolyte.
Number 1.
Fett.
Oh, wait, number 1. What's your number 1?
Number 1?
Yeah.
On TV series, The Mandalorian and Ahsoka. Actually, I'll put Ahsoka first, then The Mandalorian.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. Ahsoka, Mandalorian, and then Andor. Yeah, Andor sneaks a 3rd. And then probably Boba Fett, and then the Acolyte.
So Ahsoka, Mandalorian, Andor, Boba Fett, and...
Yeah, I think I've
Where's
missed
Obi-Wan?
one.
Obi-Wan.
Oh, Obi-Wan. No, Obi-Wan takes the third. Yeah, Obi-Wan takes the third. Did Andor.
Okay. I got my top. My very top number 1 is Mandalorian season 2.
Oh man,
Mandalorian
that's
season
a mean
2.
season.
Second one will be. Mine's gonna be Obi-Wan, eh?
Yeah.
Obi-Wan, because I love Darth Vader.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool.
But there was the story didn't. Yeah, the problem with Obi-Wan for me was, do we really need to know that part of the story?
Well, about Princess Leia.
Nah, about. Yeah, we get it. He has to look after Luke Skywalker when he's a kid and Tatooine. Fuck Tatooine.
Yep.
But I just love Darth Vader. So yeah, Mandalorian season 2 is number 1. Obi-Wan's number 2. Mandalorian season 1 will be number 3. Number 4 would be Ahsoka. Number 5 would be Mandalorian season 3. Then Andor. Oh no, then Acolyte, then Andor, then Boba Fett last. But I believe Andor season 2 is gonna be way better.
Andor season.
Yeah, Andor season 2 is gonna be a lot better, I think.
The thing I liked the most about Boba Fett's TV series was Cad Bane.
Yeah,
That was cool.
yeah, he was the man.
Absolutely, he was a badass man. I liked how he was just walking through that walking.
Sweetest. I think that's all I say
Super.
for Acolyte finale.
Yeah, I just hope if they do a season 2 that
Yep.
more politics, please, and more extra time on the characters before they die.
Yeah, and no more fucking flashbacks.
Yeah, man. If you're not gonna do a flashback, keep it short and simple, bro.
See, bro.
All
Thanks
right.
for jumping on, eh?
Yeah.
We'll do it again. All right.